character design once again with a new type of mushroom in mind, being the destroying angel Amanita virosa, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and the death cap mushroom, also known as the Amanita phalloides. I can't pronounce these Latin names for mushrooms to save my life, so please excuse me, but either way, these two mushrooms are very similar within their body shape and in coloration. The death cap is mostly white but has a yellow tinge to it, which is how you can separate it from the destroying angel, which is actually all pure white, which they're not that different, to be honest, considering they are both incredibly poisonous and can kill you severely. Quite interesting, really. I'll leave a link to this adorable animated Why Death Caps Are Terrifying video in the links below. It's really interesting. But now onward to the character design. As you can see, I have got a little timeline here of how this current character has developed through sketches and how I've wanted to give her a very spooky, ghostly design, but also a type of elegant theme. Now, I've been able to try and portray this 2 times already, and I'm still incredibly unhappy with how this character keeps coming out design-wise, and I just don't know why. I feel like I'm trying to make a purpose for this character, and I know what that purpose is, but that's kind of key part of the story. All these characters I'm designing for my Mushroom Witch project are going to be a part of, so I can't really say anything aside from the fact that they're mushrooms, and that's probably the biggest hint I can give, maybe. I keep trying the same thing with this design, and I think that's where I kept going wrong. I kind of went to this idea of combining both the destroying angel and the death cap together, so I really wanted to give it an angelic, ghostly appearance, you know, like how the saying goes, sweet but deadly. So I really wanted it to have wings, similar to one of my other mushroom designs, the Bleeding Fairy, but on its back instead of its arms. I'll leave a link in the description to that video as well, in case you're interested. There's a whole playlist on my channel as well. I also had to keep in mind this character's purpose within the story, which I can't really say much once again, but she is based off, or I guess her people, I mean they're mushrooms, they don't have genders, but I guess because I'm female, I just call everything that I make female in a sense. I don't know how all that usually works, but oh well. So they're based off deadly poisonous mushrooms, and that's obviously going to bring out in their character and their abilities and their place within the world. Because I found that with characters, especially like, I don't know how to describe it. It's fun to make characters, but it's also the fact that your character needs purpose, and if the character has no purpose, then, well, why are they in that world? Why are they as they are? You know, all those questions you need to really make a character. That's just my opinion though. You don't have to go into like super broad detail. Just having like a brief story, I find, is enough to really get the gears going in your head on how to really define a character and improve on their design. Okay, so I promise this is the last randomly coloured sketch you'll see in this video. This is where I really start to get down, harvest all my ideas, as well as some research I've done, as this sketch was done later into recording, and finally start coming up with a finished design, and I'm so glad that I was able to do it. And yeah, I'll shut up now so you all can just see what I'm on about. Okay, so here we are. This is the final rough sketch of this, I guess, deaf angel mushroom, because we've combined both mushrooms. So this is finally the final sketch. I put myself through far too much research and development, and I did have to tweak a few things just because the mushrooms are so plain looking compared to most mushrooms. It was quite difficult to work with. The fact that I had to rely on like the name angel in one of their names just to give them a very nice looking pair of wings as like one of their main design aspects. But I feel like that brought out more of what I could do with what this character would mean in the world and in the story, rather than with the other mushrooms that I've done. I have relied heavily on their looks in order to get an interesting design. So I'm really glad with how this character turned out. I have no idea what I'm going to name her, or any of the other mushrooms I design as a destroying angel / death cap, so I don't know. Names in the comments would be appreciated, like a species name or just a name in general. I don't know for any of my mushrooms, to be honest. I haven't given them names. I'm really bad at name giving. And that's one more character. I'm actually happy with how her design is processed, and yeah, I really like how this has gone. I'm glad it's finally over so I can start working on more characters and other stuff for the project. I can't believe how drastically the design has changed, and I'm looking forward to using this design when creating more Death Cap / Destroying Angel mushroom people. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed.